Okay, what keeps me going is a number of things. First, I love what I do. I really do. I love cooking. I've been cooking since I was a child, just to observe my mom in the kitchen. Second, I chose a career of something that I love. So, as I said earlier, even if I stand for 18 hours in the kitchen, doesn't feel like a chore.
It doesn't feel like
It doesn't feel like a chore. Doesn't feel like work. And I think I'm blessed in that way. When I have to wake up for work, it doesn't like. I don't have to think a million times like, oh, rolling my eyes, have to go to the office on a Monday morning. Like, yay, let's make some more magic. So I love it. I really love it. And the fact that I get to influence people, like my show is in over 135 countries. Siba's Table. In America alone, it's in over 60 million homes. So the fact that I get to influence so many people and I get to be in people's homes in that way, that's influence. And the fact that, and also not forgetting that I'm African. It's about time that we too get the same level, not just of respect, but of exposure and everything else that others get. And why not? So I love what I do. I love teaching. My mom was a teacher. And it's such that I teach in a different form. So I love my job. That's all I can say.
Okay, I'm just going to go for one last question. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you show your family on screen and sometimes you don't. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you cut that line that, okay, this is what I'm going to show of my family or my personal space.
Okay.
This is what I'm going to show the rest of the world.
Okay. There is a very fine line to cut. I personally feel that my family has always been part of everything that I do. And in fact, the reason why I decided to show my husband specifically, because it was him first and then the kids, was that I used to be hit on a lot by men. It's like people are so disrespectful. They'll see me on TV as a beautiful woman and as just a woman doing her thing. And they'll feel the need that I need them. So I thought, problem solved. Let them see I am happily married, of which I am. I love my husband, and if it's a crime to some, it's not to me. And it stopped it. So now, men, I've never had the problem. And it was protection for my marriage, it was protection for my husband, and protection for me. So I did it intentionally because I wanted to protect my household and to say to people, back off, I'm taken.
Yeah,
I have something good going and I'm very happy with it. So that was part of the reason. I think that another part of the reason why I did that was because I wanted to showcase family structure, like big happy families. You don't see that often. And I mean, people sometimes criticize people who show their kids. And for me, it's a form of a ministry, if I can put it in a Mzalwane terms. It's a form of a ministry to say that there's nothing wrong with marriage. Everybody's anti-marriage and everybody's anti-this. There are many of us. Some people don't necessarily have the platform that I have to say that they're happily married. But there are many people who are happily married, who've got supportive husbands, who are supporting wives, who are great mothers, who are career women, who are doing it all, but they just don't have the platform to say it. And we need to say it more so that people can know, so that you don't look at marriage and think, I suga. It's not, can't do this, or why should I stifle myself and so on. So it's a two-part thing. I wanted to showcase the fact that you can be happy and a beautiful woman. Hello.
Yes, you are.
And be content with your man. And I am. So I wanted to showcase those. If that answers your question.
It does.
Always. You're welcome. So who's
all right,
next?
one question.
From the town of Swaziland. I just wanted to find out, when did you start cooking? From what age?
Okay, is that the question?
Yeah, that's
okay,
the question.
Perfect. Easy. I started cooking from a very young age. But as you know, in the African culture, you're not given the responsibility to cook until you can handle the pots, the knife, which is the responsible thing to do. So I must have started at around about 4, where not cooking, but following my mother in the kitchen.
Yeah,
the passion, and all of that. And it was never something I'd ever thought I'd do as a career. Because, cooking for what?
Yeah,
like,
true.
We're gonna go study eggs. seriously, like how to boil an egg and fry it. And then what? It was never seen as a career or anything that could be, so it was purely a passion. And my parents never wanted me to do food as a career, but it's something that I insisted on, and I'm happy that I did, because it's truly what makes me happy in terms of a career form. I'm sure I would have been happy being a lawyer, because I'm a very good advocate for many things. I advocate for, many things. I'm sure I would have been happy, but I don't think it would have given me as much satisfaction as what I'm doing now. So that's when I started and why I started.
All right, thank you. We've got a question over here.
Okay, this side.
This side.
Okay.
How can you motivate young Swazis who want to try that career as chefs? And what message can you give to parents? You did mention in your shows.
Yes.
What message can you tell our parents that they should allow their kids to do something that they love?
Okay. Message I would say to people who want to become chef: you better have muscles to stand, my friend, because it's not an easy job. And it's not, I find that people have seen me on television and many others, and they want to have a show, but they don't know what happens behind the scenes. It is hard work. You only see a certain part of the job, but you don't see me when I'm creating recipes, when I'm tasting them, and when I'm making sure that it's perfect by the time it comes to you. So you need to be someone who first loves it, otherwise you won't last. And even if you last, you won't be as great at it as a person who loves it. Second, you mustn't be afraid to work hard. You roll your sleeves, and you can't just be, qualify from a chefing school and suddenly want to be the boss of the restaurant or wherever you will be working. And third, I'd say, Mama was very against me doing food as a career, because she felt like to a certain degree, if you guys understand what that means. It's not a job. It's not a glamorous job, man, being in the kitchen. And that's why she was anti it. And therefore, you need other forms of skill and talent to complement that with me. So the fact that I went on to TV with it, it's another form of talent that opens the world to another. But it won't necessarily be the same for everyone. So therefore, you must complement it with first studies. You must go to school, to university or culinary school, not just for a year or 6 months, but for proper time in order for you to get the proper skill you need. Second, do another course, a business course, and start your own thing that you've got a market for. So it mustn't just be cooking, but complement it with business. I've got business and I've got chefing skills, which then gave me such a formidable start to be able to propel me forward for the future. It's very unfortunate that there isn't a lot of information about food from Swaziland. I do know you eat pap like us. What do you call it? Palish, I know that. But there isn't a lot. I mean, in Uganda they call it ugali. In Zimbabwe they call it sadza. We call it pap or maize meal or whatever it is. We have common foods that is eaten across Africa, but it's very unfortunate, which is one of the things I'm really going for, is to expose South African food and African food in general to the rest of the world. Because why should we have sweets? I mean, we cook with sweet chili sauce and it's so normal. We add soy sauce, we add this and that, and it's normal. But why can't we have African products within people's homes and it becomes normal? So it first starts by documenting. It first starts by awareness. It first starts by telling them that this product actually is healthy. Like, for instance, moringa. Moringa is an African product. It's big right now. It's great because it's African. So it starts by first telling a story and growing from there. So I know that you eat palish, like our porridge, but that's about it in terms of what I know what you eat. That's why I want to come back to Swaziland and learn more about, what do locals eat, things like that.
All right, thank you. That's it for now. I'm sorry, guys. She really needs to run.
Okay, last question for her.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your first time in Eswatini. How do you feel about your overall experience, the country, the vibes, the everything about it?
Okay, it's been absolutely amazing. The people are super friendly. It's so relaxed. There was traffic, but it's not traffic as I know it. So it's been super chilled. It's been super relaxed, and I'm so happy to finally come to Swaziland. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Are we running? Yes, we're running. Sorry. The babies.